Good evening. We're live, guys. Fire Frank back. Charlie over here. I'm sorry, this way. How you doing tonight, Charlie?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Busy week of work, but I'm doing okay, I guess. Anyway, yes, we're back. As you can see below, we're here to do our full gear preview. But before we get into that, anything you want to talk about from the last 2 weeks? I know we talked to you guys right before Crown Jewel. Any thoughts on anything going on right
I
now?
got a perfect card.
Yes. Great job. I think we both came pretty close, didn't we?
Yeah.
You got it perfect. I think I came like right close. So yeah. So we'll pat ourselves in the back right now. Anyway, we're on our way to Survivor Series. We'll talk to you guys about that next week. Hopefully, we'll go. So
This
stay
week
tuned on that.
AEW.
Yeah, this is for once we're actually going to sit here and talk about AEW and not just talk about Tony Khan's tweets. Although we do have a Tony Khan tweet or post, if you will, to talk about just as we were about to go on the air. So if you give me a second, we're bringing back one of our favorite segments on the show. Let's see if it pops it up. There we go. Yes. So as you can see here, AEW has agreed to terms with one of the world's best wrestlers, a pro who is known and respected by virtually every fan of AEW. They're going to come to LA to sign their contract this Saturday night. Yeah, so we have another live contract signing. One of the maybe that'll be the main event instead.
Oh, geez. Signing it at 5 o'clock.
Anybody on the chat? I don't see anybody right now, but if anybody was there, let us know who you think this is. And didn't we just have Edge come? And then we had last week we had another show. I don't know. Every week there's a new major announcement.
It's what they need to do to get by.
I know the 90 days aren't up for any of the cuts yet, so it's not any of those people. Not that I don't know if any of them would actually be worthy of that statement there. Let the speculation begin.
Is it CM Punk?
Yeah, I'm sure he's loved and respected by all the AEW fans.
I'm gonna follow Punk wherever he goes. So who knows? I could be an Impact fan by the end of the year.
He's going back home to where it all started in TNA, since we were going back to TNA in January for sure. Yeah, so again, we'll talk to you more next week about our Survivor Series stuff. Although we do have our War Game shaping up,
War Game,
as we call it, War Games. Yes. Hopefully, we'll get an announcement of the women's one on this Friday, I would assume. So that'll be coming up. Drew McIntyre shaking hands with Rhea. What'd you think of that?
It was awesome.
I know. I think we both called that. We were talking during the show. Is this going to happen tonight? Yeah, sure enough. Made sense. Everybody's barring for ringside. Drew's going to show up. He was being a little too heavy-handed talking to Seth before.
Yep.
So it looks like we got a fifth member of Judgment Day, or at least aligning with Judgment Day. I don't know if officially. Although apparently officially, JD McDonough got his official vest, so he's in. And Priest let us know that he's in fact the leader. I don't know if you knew, but he did say that.
Slip of the tongue there with Priest.
Yeah, a little slip of the tongue. Interesting. We'll see what that goes. We'll talk more about that next week. Yeah, so we'll get into a little to our preview right now. But before that, we're about an hour and a half away from Dynamite tonight, and we can talk about tonight's show real briefly here. Yeah, so we've got the big main event. We're going to hear from MJF tonight. We've got the Young Bucks taking on Penta and Commander in an interesting tag match. Should be good. Red Velvet and Sky Blue, and the winner is going to be added to that three-way at the pay-per-view for we'll talk about later for the TBS title. Mox and Yuta are taking on Orange Cassidy and Hook, and oh man, probably bigger than Full Gear, I would say. Let me see if I get this right, Charlie. The Like a Dragon Gaiden, the man who erased his name, Street Fighter. Say that 5 times fast. AEW being sponsored by Sega here, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Sega. Anyway, big match tonight. We got Jericho, Omega, Kota Ibushi, and of course, Paul White. What a crew. Taking on, let's see what we got here. We've got Brian Cage, who still thinks he's like Sting or one of the Powers of Pain, apparently. We've got, of course, Kyle Fletcher. We've got Hobbs, and we got Takeshita in this team. So big street fight tonight. Ontario, Canada. Not Canada. California, of course. That'd be kind of a long flight to go to Canada just to come back to California for Full Gear this weekend. Yeah, so I'm sure you're hyped up for tonight, Charlie. Let us know what are you thinking about
Oh,
tonight's
of
big
course.
big street fight.
I'm super psyched for the Sega Genesis 25
That's right, this Genesis street fight.
Jaguar.
Hopefully Paul, our boy Paul, can actually make it to the ring tonight. It's the man didn't look very mobile when he came out 2 weeks ago. His knees don't look in great shape. Not that I'm surprised, but this poor guy. He didn't want to walk to the ring. I can't say I blame him.
Nope.
Because what the world needed in 2023 was the Jericho Show reunion. I know you couldn't wait. Unfortunately, they can't use the theme song. That's the only bad part. Anyway, we'll get into our preview now. Let's move on. I'm sure we're going to get something else announced tonight. There's only one 0-hour match announced, so I'm sure we're going to get at least 3 or 4 more of those. And well, I guess we've got another match added with this big contract signing.
They're going to take up half an hour to 45 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, it reminds me when he had the big announcement and Christian just walked out to the ring.
Long gone are those.
It took a while, but he's gotten there. So it turned out to be a pretty big signing, I guess. I think the last time they did it wasn't Swerve coming out, I want to say, on pay-per-view to sign his contract. Of course, we have our boy Cope showed up last month because we've got actually for the 4th straight month, guys, we've got an AEW pay-per-view from a company that only used to have 4 a year. We've got 4 straight months.
Have a 5th.
And we'll have a 5th. World's End coming up.
Are you going to it?
Weekend. What's up?
Are you going to it?
I'm thinking about it. What are you thinking?
Want to get nosebleeds and just go?
Yeah, we might do it as long as it's not snowing out or whatever. You never know this time of year, but
because I've been throwing around that idea in my head too with all the WrestleMania planning. I want to go to every wrestling show I can.
Oh yeah, we've got all our WrestleMania week announcements are in full effect. Of course, we already had the GCW Collective announcement. We've got our confirmation of our SmackDown Hall of Fame, NXT taking place again the morning of night 1 of WrestleMania. Of course, night 2, Raw, and 17 events in between. I'm sure, WrestleCons, whatever, all the things you can think of is all going to come up. We'll talk more about that. Hopefully, if anybody's coming to the show and they're listening or watching, let us know in the comments. Maybe we'll run into each other. Anyway, I think it's time for the main event here. Literally, let's talk about our Full Gear 2023 preview. Okay, so as I said before, we only have one match announced for the pre-show 0 hour, whatever it's called these days, and that, of course, again, as usual, MJF defending the Ring of Honor tag team titles at another pre-show. It's like the 3rd time, I think, if you count the time when him and Cole won them. So Adam Cole's still out, so he's looking for a new partner, maybe. I don't know. Still says TBA. We'll see tonight. Maybe he'll finally accept Joe's proposal. Taking on the Guns, of course, for the Ring of Honor tag team titles. Again, the Ring of Honor titles that get defended apparently more times on AEW TV than their actual titles. But it's a separate company, guys. Separate company. For the 5 people that still subscribe to Honor Club, I hope you enjoy this match.
Wow.
Actually, good news is that the Final Battle is actually going to be free if you subscribe to Honor Club. I assume because they're doing World's End, they figure we don't want to have people pay, twice in a month again, $40. Like, well, they already did that with All In, All Out, so we don't want to do that again. So yeah, so what are we thinking here? MJF's not going to lose for the main event, right?
Yeah, he's not going to lose
unless his partner decides to purposely lose. I don't know. We'll see. I guess it retains. Doesn't matter. Less said the better. We'll move on. Let's move on to the main card. Of course, like I said, I'm sure there'll be 4 or 5 more matches announced. They got to figure out time for all these people to come on. We'll move on. I have this list here. Not sure what order the card's going to go on. We'll figure that out later, I'm sure. But let's start it off then. So the first match I have listed here, we've got our AEW Women's World Title on the line. Karashida defending against the one and only Timeless Toni Storm. With Luther, of course. What are you thinking? Charlie?
They're building Toni Storm up way too much to have her lose.
Yeah, I know. The last time she had a shot, people were thinking. So you think here we get a title change?
Yeah.
It's been weird a couple months with this title. It's been bouncing around a little bit. I'm still a little confused by this whole thing. We've bounced back and forth, but we're back to Shida with the belt again. Yeah, why not? Give it to Timeless Toni. She's getting over. Why not?
She is
getting a lot of TV time. Hey, at least Luther's got some TV time too. Good for him. Or Luther, I'm sorry, Luther. Shout out to B Detroit. His boy Luther's getting TV time. I doubt he'll watch this, but if he does, anyway, let's move on. We've got our 6-man tag match here, and we've been waiting for a while. We got Sting on his retirement tour with his son Darby Allin and our boy Adam Copeland, with Ric Flair in their corner, of course, taking on with what they're now calling the Patriarchy, I believe. Christian Cage, Luchasaurus, and Christian's new son, Nick Wayne. Yeah, so this should be a wild brawl. What do you think's going on in this match?
You choose first. I have to
choose first. Oh, thanks a lot. Yeah, obviously we're building to this Christian Cope singles match eventually, because apparently that's what everybody wants to see. Yeah, so that's going to happen at some point. So I don't know. But Sting's got to get some more wins on his way out, right?
Yeah.
Maybe Sting pins Nick Wayne. Then I'll put that. We got all three of them beat him up. He gets caught in the ring by himself and gets destroyed by these 3 big time stars. What are you thinking?
All right. I love Christian on the microphone right now, right. But I'm watching AEW because Edge is there right now. Yeah, I'll go with the face team.
Going with baby faces here. Yeah, I mean, I think Sting and Darby are still undefeated as a tag team, but they usually don't lose any 6-mans either. So, but you could easily see the heels stealing a win here, setting up whatever future programs we got going on. We still know what we're gonna get our Sting final match is gonna be, but we've got until March, so we got some time here. Before you know it, it'll be here though. We'll move on. We've got a rematch here from the main event of All Out as Orange Cassidy once again is champion. He's defending against Jon Moxley once again. Been a wild back and forth since Moxley won his title back in September. Unfortunate concussion. And they had to have poor Ray Phoenix had to lose it because apparently he had some issues going on. So now we're back to Orange Cassidy. He just lost to Moxley. I can't. If you have him lose again, what is?
Yeah, that's my train of thought on this one. I'm like, I don't know how, I don't know why, I don't know where, but Orange Cassidy is going to be
pull out a win here. You'd think so, right? It doesn't make any sense. I mean, because Moxley, the whole BCC is in this weird, like, kind of in between babyface and heel for the last couple of months. So
I go back to one thing with Orange Cassidy when he said he was tired and lost the belt. They wouldn't have put the belt back on him. They would have had him take a longer break if he was actually tired and they didn't want him with the belt.
There's been some circumstances, but he still didn't get his break. I mean, he got more of a break than Moxley got, but Moxley had to literally get injured to finally get some time off.
Yeah.
And even then, he was back within a couple of weeks, right? Yeah, I mean, they won the first match. He won. You do a second match, you could set up a rubber match, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll both say Cassidy retains this somehow, some way. We'll move on to a rematch from Wrestle Dream as we've got Hangman Page and Swerve Strickland in a Texas death match this time.
Wow, this is becoming the most babyface centric pay-per-view. You don't go into a man's house and fuck with his child and win a match against him. I'm sorry, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, especially when this man literally ran from the ring as though he was going to run all the way home that night.
Adam Page is winning this.
Yeah, Swerve won last time. I mean, it wouldn't make any sense the way the story's going unless they're building to some kind of weird third match. But since Swerve won the first match, you'd think you want to set up a rubber match. The babyface should win here, right? Texas death match. It should be wild. Like I found this to be the best match on last pay-per-view. Their first match was just a normal singles match, so I'm expecting this to be even more wild. Yeah, Hangman needs a nice win on pay-per-view here. So, yeah, I'll agree with you here. We're going to agree a lot tonight, I think. Hangman should get the win, but Prince Nana will get plenty of opportunity to do the dance and get everybody to get excited. I think. They're actually coming to House of Glory this month with Nana. So Swerve's coming. So it's been a while since he's been back here in Queens, so that'll be pretty cool. Let's move on. I don't know how they're going to do this after this epic street fight tonight. But the team of
Sega.
course, the Golden Jets, mind you, the Golden Jets, Kenny Omega, Chris Jericho, we're going to take on the Young Bucks in a. We probably had something else booked, but it can't happen now. So let's have this match with a stipulation, mind you, because if the Golden Jets can win this match, they will get the tag title shot that's still owed to the Young Bucks, who apparently forgot that they won this 3 months ago. But they put the shot on the line here in this match. But guys, my God, the Young Bucks managed to win this. Can't believe it. The Golden Jets can never team again. This long story tag team that has had so many matches over the last 3 weeks cannot team ever again. Would be a travesty. So what do you think?
I mean, how do you beat Kenny and Jericho? I don't know.
700 super kicks. No, I don't know.
I'm gonna go with Kenny and Jericho.
Going with the Golden Jets.
Yep.
As JR said, why is everything got to be golden? But yes, the Golden Jets, which a lot of astute people have let me know that was a hockey reference to the late great Bobby Hull. But I just thought maybe they were big fans of the movie Central Intelligence with The Rock and Kevin Hart. But when Kevin Hart was nicknamed the Golden Jet, he had a Golden Jet dance. If you remember that, if anybody's actually seen the movie out there, and if you haven't, go watch it. Yeah, they can't disband. They just got together. Can't do that. This tag title shot that they've cared so much about that they haven't even used yet. I don't know. It's been a weird place the last couple of months. Like the Bucks are like in this weird limbo. They were teaming up with Hangman again. They were Ring of Honor 6-man tag champions for some reason. They lost that already. I don't know what's going on right now. The elite's kind of scattered.
Yeah.
It should be a fun match. I'll give them that.
You're going with Jericho and Kenny also?
Unless they're gonna, I don't think they're gonna have them feud. I don't think we're gonna turn Kenny heel. I mean, this whole storyline's got to continue. You would think with the Callis family.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get some interference of Don Callis. I can see that too. Yeah, actually, you know what? Since you're gonna say that, I'm gonna be contrarian here. I'm gonna say that somehow Callis causes the Golden Jets to lose, so they can't team anymore, just to put more strain on these guys. And the Young Bucks will either not be happy or they'll tease a little heelishness here. We'll see. And like I said before, we'll move on to our AEW TBS Women's Championship, if you will. We're not sure the full match yet. We're going to find out tonight. As I said before, Red Velvet and Sky Blue, we're going to take a one-on-one tonight, and then the winner will be added to this match, where Chris Statlander will defend against Julia Hart, and one of those two should be Sky Blue, you would think, with the storyline that's been going on with the three of these ladies. So I'm going to say Sky wins tonight. I'm going to say they keep teasing his miss. Now she's missed at her back. Maybe they're going to be best friends now because they missed at each other. That'll be my prediction. I'm going to say that Sky Blue actually turns heel here and somehow helps Julia win this match, even though she's also in it, giving her the title.
You're going with Julia Hart?
Yeah, new women's champion. New TBS women's champion.
Okay.
Julia Hart.
I agree.
You agree?
Yeah.
Okay, see, we're agreeable tonight. Sorry if I called it a TBS Women's Champions. TBS Championship. Okay, I don't want to get anybody upset.
Uh-oh.
The women's intercontinental title, whatever you call it, basically. Okay, we'll move on. We've got now our AEW Tag Team title match. It's a 4-way. The new champs, Ricky Starks and Big Bill, a.k.a. Big Cass. Big Bill. That's right. Ricky Starks and Big Bill, the tag team champions. If you watch Collision, you would know that they haven't really been on Dynamite much lately, but they are the tag team champions. They're going to be taking on Rush and Drilistico versus FTR and versus Malachi Black and Brody King in a 4-way for the tag team titles. The Kings of the Black Throne, of course. House of Black, whatever you want to call them. I mean, the titles just changed hands. I don't think FTR is going to win it right back. I guess I'll go with Malachi and Brody to win this and win the titles.
Damn.
I don't know.
Yeah, me too.
They keep teasing all these
And
different
then
feuds.
Julia Hart and them will have championships. So
Right.
happy, joy, darkness. Yay.
And then maybe they'll win the 6-man titles again, and they'll have all the belts that all the
Yeah.
ones that they have at the moment. So you're going to agree with me then?
Yep.
Okay, see, we agree with me. That's fine. We're just rolling right through this. We'll get here to outside of this big contract signing. We'll get to our main event of the evening. MJF defending the title that he has not been carrying it around for the last month or so against Jay White. Yeah, so he's trying to defend his title and somehow get this belt back because apparently Tony Khan doesn't care that this belt has been stolen. Just he's walking around with it. Meanwhile, poor Sami Zayn had to give that briefcase back last week.
Yeah.
Adam Pearce wasn't having none of it. Adam Pearce, a much more effective authority figure than Tony Khan, obviously. The Triple B is still Switchblade's possession. Yeah. Now, with, as we said before, World's End taking place December 30th on Long Island. MJF's not losing the title here, right?
Nope.
In LA? No.
That is part of the reason why I'm going to see MJF as champion on Long Island.
A lot of intrigue will be going to that because we don't know, what his future is. Mr. January 2024.
Yep.
Unless he's the one that's going to sign a contract on Saturday. I don't know. It'll just be this one.
Who knows?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it'd be very dumb to not have him as champion going into his hometown. It's not like Jay White can't lose a match here. Yeah, so yeah, I'm sure we'll have some shenanigans involved. Will we see this devil get revealed Saturday, or will we wait to the next pay-per-view?
I've heard 2 theories on who the devil is.
Okay.
One I saw, wouldn't it be amazing if it was Adam Cole? And
right.
Another one being Jungle Boy.
Okay, neither of them really makes sense. Jungle Boy really makes no sense, considering that they first helped MJF. Well, actually, I'm sorry. He just punched Jay White backstage. Apparently, we were led to believe he got beat up. But is there really anyone that can be revealed that's going to really be exciting here? Unless it's somebody new, which I don't think it is. They could have lied to us about Cole's injury.
Turn on him.
Like that could be a whole plan with him. Because I'm pretty sure the other guys in the mask is pretty much just the Kingdom, and maybe even Roderick Strong without the neck brace. Kind of they're right about the right size. Yeah, I don't know. They're not really teasing anything about that, but I'm sure we'll see some involvement from this. I don't know, because this was going on for like 2 months. He had attacked Jay White backstage, and then so now this person was helping the babyface, but now this person's gonna be a heel. I saw a lot of people say, yeah, about Jungle Jack, but Jack Perry. He's no longer Jungle Boy. We're gonna get in trouble too. Will they give him that big spot considering he just came off a suspension? If he's coming back, I don't know. Hopefully he's learned from his little ordeal while he's been gone, but of course you got people saying it's our buddy Pepsi Phil, but I don't think that's gonna be the case.
People are saying it's CM Punk.
Well, of course, there's some people are saying that.
Well, he said the whole devil thing too back in ROH.
Right, because he said that, but why would he be back? It doesn't make sense.
Who knows?
If you really want to, a lot of fans are really upset right now about the current goings-ons in this company. I don't think they want this. This wouldn't really help. It turns out they've been trying to swerve the entire audience for the last 3 months.
Punk's the only needle mover for AEW, though.
Don't say that. People get mad. But
I don't care. It's the truth.
You say, well, he didn't. I said, well, it's Saturday night. Come on. What did you expect? I just think the more you hear rumors about him, you're going to hear people are going to say this. It's a mystery. Of course, they're going to say that. They're not saying they really believe it, really want it to be.
Chicago Survivor Series.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of hype. There's going to be people that are going to just say that just because they don't want him to show up at Survivor Series.
Yeah.
So, for one reason or another.
What are they saying for Impact? Is that like most likely?
What's that?
Impact.
I don't know, man.
I'll start watching Impact if he goes to Impact.
Punk goes to Impact. He's going to come back where it all started. Like I said, we're going back to TNA, so why not have Punk show up? Maybe Raven will show back up, but maybe well, Mickey apparently left Impact. Maybe this will come back. Maybe they'll reform the Gathering. I don't know. For everybody who was watching TNA back in 2003. Yeah, so I don't know. We'll probably talk more about that next week about Chicago and all that. You don't have to debut somebody in Chicago just because it's Chicago. How many times are we going to pull that card, right?
But everyone's going to go crazy.
Well, yeah. I mean, they're only saying it because it's Chicago. If it was anywhere else, you wouldn't really be thinking. I mean, you wouldn't hear strong these rumors.
Yeah.
I don't know. Because I've heard a lot of people say, do they need Punk? No. Could they do it? Sure. I don't believe anything you hear online anymore. I mean, some of it's true, most of it's not. And they're certainly not going to put it out there if they're trying to pull off a surprise. So, like I said before, we'll talk more about that next week. Although we may see a nice surprise return.
Matches?
What's that?
We went through all 9 matches?
Yes, we did.
Wow.
So those were our picks. What do you guys think out there? I see we have one person in the chat. Let us know if you have any predictions. Yeah. I know. I'm sorry if it's not the most enthusiastic preview here, but it's just we've got some matches. Here they are, and we'll see what goes on.
First AEW show I'll be ordering in God knows.
There you go. We got Charlie excited. All you had to know is you got him excited.
Yes.
First time you got him excited
for AEW. Yep.
This is even before this big tweet today. Yeah. So let us know again, guys, what you think. Leave a comment, like, share, subscribe. Like I said, hopefully we'll be back some point early next week before Thanksgiving to get our preview for Survivor Series going. Hopefully we have all our information by Monday as to who our teams are and all our updates. Looks like Cody Rhodes needs a new friend, and he did say after the show the other night that him and Jay have friends too. So take that for what it's worth.
So we're aiming for a Tuesday show next week?
Yeah, we're hoping to aim for that. Hope to see you guys on Tuesday. And we'll talk all about that. We'll see what happens on Raw first. We'll probably get some more clarifications. I know you can't wait to talk about Miz versus Gunther. So talk about that on Tuesday.
The 2 greatest IC champions of my generation.
Right. Anyways, guys, thanks again for the support. Like I said, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, and let us know what you think about Full Gear. Let us know what you think about Survivor Series War Games coming up.
War Games.
Anyway, enjoy your night. If you're watching live right now, enjoy Dynamite if you're going to watch it, or whatever you're going to do on your Wednesday night and the rest of your week.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank you, guys.